What's up, guys? Welcome to the Chapter 11 podcast. I'm not your host, but I'm Matt. I'm with your host, Keller, and Lupo.
Yo, I haven't been here.
You've been here enough that we're all tied 66 and 41 on the season, so we're in a three-way tie death battle.
I hate ties.
Like bow ties, neckties, or
No, bow
sports
ties I actually like. Big
They're
fan
nice,
of bow
they're
ties.
nice.
They're classy.
Tapper. Hey, what are you doing?
And
All right, that's all right.
oh, I didn't know if we were jumping into week one. I've never done the intro.
Okay.
Or game one. I'll do it. Let's do it. Jumping into the Thursday night game, October 28th, we got the Packers at the Cardinals. Not sure how this hosting thing works, so I'm going to throw it to you, Keller.
I'll take over the next one, though. I'm going to start right away and take the Arizona Cardinals due to the fact that the Green Bay Packers seem to have a little COVID issue going on. As far as we know right now, Devontae Adams, their main wide receiver, is out. And don't be surprised if more people will be out. So Packers will obviously not be at full strength, and they're going to be away. So I'm just going to take the Arizona Cardinals. Lupo?
Well, given Arizona's on an undefeated streak and they don't look like they're going to lose anytime soon, and given what you just said with Green Bay having COVID problems, I'm going to also have to go with the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, I'm going Cardinals, too. Just seeing the Cardinals kind of the rich get richer type of thing with Zach Ertz scoring a touchdown. Actually, his longest touchdown in his entire career in his first game with the Cardinals. And also, has some equipment going to the Hall of Fame. He is the first player in NFL history to score for back-to-back teams. So, pretty cool thing for Zach Ertz. Like the claps there. And the Cardinals just look awesome. They haven't slowed down since week one. Keep rolling 8-0.
Starting off Sunday, October 31st, our first 1 p.m. game will be...
It's Halloween.
It is Halloween, good point.
Yeah.
The Panthers versus the Falcons. Now, the Panthers, remember, started off 3-0. They are now 3-4. Trash. Falcons are 3-3, so they're hit or miss. With all that being said, I can't go with the Panthers because they're just falling apart, so I'm taking the Falcons just right off the bat. Kyle Pitts looks like he's starting to be their number one receiver, apparently. He's 7 catches, 163 yards. No touchdowns, but lighting it up. He did have I believe a one-handed catch down the sideline. So, yeah, Falcons are starting to come together. So, Lupo, who you getting?
Given Carolina lost to the Giants in a very dismantling manner, I am also going to go with the Matt Ryan, Cordell Patterson, and Kyle Pitts Atlanta Falcons.
I am not going to be unique at all. I'm going to go Falcons here, too. Like you guys were talking, the receiving core is getting it together. Calvin Ridley's still a little disappointing, but Kyle Pitts is getting enough attention that he needs, and he's going to carry that offensive core there.
This next game, the Dolphins versus the Bills, should be pretty straightforward. Bills were on a bye. Dolphins blew the game to the Falcons. So, Matt, I don't know what the hell you're doing, but yeah, why don't you take this next one? Who are you taking?
We were breakdancing.
Yeah, we were doing the wave and breakdancing. Mainly because the Dolphins game is going to be a joke.
Okay.
Now watch, the Dolphins are going to win after I say that, but the Bills are going to win. Coming fresh off the bye, I think the rest just does them good. Gives them a chance to heal up anyone that was nursing some injuries, which I don't think they had any notable injuries that I can think of off the top of my head. But, yeah, I think the Bills just keep it rolling and they stay where they are, win this divisional matchup.
If Dan Marino himself comes back and plays this Sunday, I will pick the Miami Dolphins. But given that that's not going to be a possibility, I am going with the Leslie Frazier-led defense of the Buffalo Bills.
Can you confirm that Dan Marino will not be back this weekend?
My uncle might know him. He is Italian. So I'll make a phone call this week. I'll let you know by Friday.
I'm taking the Bills. Like I said, Dolphins are 1-6. They have nobody. I don't think I've ever taken the Dolphins, so let's just all go with the Bills and call it a day. This next game, 49ers versus the Bears. Both teams did terrible against their opponent last week. Before we get started with the picks, Jimmy Garoppolo started against the Colts last week. Do you think if Trey Lance started, that would have made any difference?
No, it was a sloppy, rainy, I'm surprised there wasn't more turnovers and more fumbles. That was a very, very sloppy weather game. Not sloppy play, but it was really, really tough to throw the ball in that weather.
Well, Deebo Samuel's had a good game. 7 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown. Everyone else was sitting on the bench, apparently.
Weather does not affect a man by the name of Deebo.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to get that out the way. Also, quick fact, Justin Fields, you stink. 3 picks and a quarterback rating of 1.9.
Yeah.
Second lowest ever.
Second lowest ever. We are keeping track of that, by the way. But, Matt, who are you going to take in this?
Not the Bears. I'm tired of seeing the Bears. I said early on, if Justin Fields plays, that things are going to be different, and I was wrong. I think Matt Nagy is a terrible coach. I'm looking forward. The whole city of Chicago, they're going to be celebrating once he's fired. And I don't... You know what? I'm going to just go on a little tangent, not related to anything. Allen Robinson, I feel so bad for him. His quarterbacks off the top of my head so far have been Justin Fields, who will be better, I think. Mitch Trubisky, who's terrible. Nick Foles, when he's not backing up the Eagles, is terrible.
Sure.
Sorry, Nick Foles, that hurt to say. He's had Gardner Minshew throwing him the ball. He's had... Was he with Blake Bortles on the Jags?
He might, yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
he's just had the worst quarterbacks, and somehow he manages to normally come out on top. Justin Fields is burying him. He needs to get out of Chicago. Allen Robinson, I feel sorry for you. That being said, I think the Niners are going to win this game. You can't stop Debo right now. His name's Debo. And it looks like they finally got their running backs figured out with Mitchell running the ball, 18 carries, 107 yards. They've been really struggling to figure out who the running back is there, and it looks like they got their answer. I'm going Niners.
I'm also going to have to pick the Niners because the Bears look abysmal. Justin Fields did not have a great game. 0 touchdowns with 3 interceptions and a 1.8 QB rating. Not great. I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo didn't do, I wouldn't say that much better. His QB rating was a 7.7, but he also did play in a tropical storm that was literally hitting San Francisco or the Bay Area when the game was going on. And like Matt said, I'm surprised also that there wasn't as many turnovers. But I'm going to have to go with the Niners because the Bears, you guys aren't looking good.
I'm taking the Niners also just due to the fact that Justin Fields, like I said earlier, he stinks. The next game, Steelers versus the Browns. Steelers were on a bye. However, the Browns out with their 3, I guess, best players on offense and still beat a, I guess, healthy Broncos team. Mostly healthy. Only won by 3 points. How did you... We all picked the Broncos, and they still managed to lose
I was saying
to a banged-up Browns team.
earlier in the season when the Broncos were 3-0, I was calling them fake. I didn't expect this.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that
What is
bad.
this?
Yeah.
They're on a
It looks
4
like
losing streak now.
Teddy Bridgewater finally calmed down some. Anyways, let's get into the pick. Lupo, who are you going to take in this one?
Even though they're getting Chubb back this week, I believe. Isn't that correct?
Expect it, yeah.
Yes.
Expected. Even with Chubb coming back, this is a good divisional game. I'm going to go against the grain, and I'm picking the Pittsburgh Steelers. Because I feel like everybody else is going to go Browns.
You nailed it for me. I'm going Browns.
Ta-da!
Yeah, Nick Chubb coming back, and Dearness Johnson. Apparently, we were just talking about it off air, is the...
Went off.
Yeah, he's the third monster in that 3-headed monster running back room. I don't want to take anything away from the running backs, but how much of this is the running backs and how much is it like Cleveland's running back coaching? Because their run game is phenomenal.
Don't forget to give credit to the O-line.
Yep, O-line too. It's just phenomenal no matter who you put out there. I think they were in that game with some banged up O-linemen too. So for Dearness to be able to go off for 146 yards and a touchdown, that's just insane. I'm taking the Browns.
All right.
I'm taking the Browns. I love running backs, and to see that looks like the Browns possibly having a duo, even though Kareem Hunt will not be there. It's just something to keep an eye out for. I feel like Ben Roethlisberger, he's just finally just age catching up with him. He's just been terrible this year. And just one quick note, Odell Beckham Jr., he's washed.
Yeah, it's over.
Yep.
The Giants actually, I was giving them a hard time when they traded him, and they got the better end of that deal.
Up next is the Eagles versus the Lions. Both lost their game last week. And now I said last week that the Eagles are going to beat the Lions. I just want to throw out there that the Lions have been close in certain games. And
now we're not sure.
I really don't see the Lions winning this one, but inside I feel like
it's possible.
It's possible against the Eagles just because of how bad the Eagles suck. And with Miles Sanders being hurt and out and still not having any form of rushing, it's a toss-up. But I'm going to pass it over to Matt because I don't want to be put on the spot right now. So, Matt, you're usually the knowledgeable one out of the three of us. Who are you going to take in this?
We talked about it before. When a teams do, I'm taking the Lions.
Whoa!
I don't like it. I also don't like how the Eagles are playing. The Lions, actually, they've been playing better than their record. Well, obviously, they're 0-7. Better than what their record shows. They played a tight game against Baltimore a couple weeks ago. The game against the Rams didn't get out of hand until a little bit later. But, yeah, I think the Lions win. I think it's a wake-up call for the Eagles. And I took the Eagles last week against the Raiders, and I was talking them up. And they were running the ball, and then Miles got hurt. I'm no injury expert, but I don't think he's going to play this week, just with the condition that ankle looked in. I think the Eagles have a lot of soul-searching to do. They need to find themselves. And I don't think the Lions are much better, but I think they're going to be better on Sunday.
I was smart, and I picked the Raiders last week. I should be smart and pick... Oh, God, this is
hard.
Yeah, man.
For
because,
a crappy game, it's pretty hard.
The Eagles are not great. The Lions, well, record speaks for itself, but like I said before, the Lions went 0-16 when they had Megatron. I don't see them winning a game this year. So I'm going to have to pick the Eagles, and it's probably going to bite me in my you-know-what. So, yeah, Eagles. Matt Keller?
Oh, my God.
You got to pick one.
It's so bad.
But you got to pick
they're
one.
Both
you could pick
Call
a tie.
No, there won't be a tie.
That'd be even worse.
I don't see there being a tie. There definitely will be a winner. See, like
Yeah.
I said, the Lions have actually played decent against certain
We're going
teams.
to be 0-16-1.
But then they shoot themselves in the foot. So I feel like, here's my prediction for this game. The Lions are going to win, right? And then in the fourth quarter with like 4 minutes left, they're going to shoot themselves in the foot, and the Eagles are going to end up winning that game. I'm taking the Eagles. Listen, they're going to lead the entire game, fourth quarter, 4 minutes left. They're going to end up losing, switching it around. Watch. Calling it now. Keep that in mind.
Well, with how Jalen Hurts has been playing too, his heroics kind of come out in the fourth quarter a little bit, so it makes sense. A lot of his games so far, and I don't know how his college games went, but a lot of his games in the NFL turned into him trying to put the team on his back in the fourth quarter, and it kind of works, but they need to get it together sooner. And I need
him
Watch,
with a linebacker.
fourth quarter of that game, pay attention.
Yeah, if the Lions are going to collapse and the Eagles are going to play hard in the fourth quarter, you're right.
Please don't lose to the Lions.
All right.
3-19.
Up next is the Tennessee Titans versus the Indianapolis Colts. Derrick Henry did not break 100 yards rushing, but he did throw a touchdown with just fooled everyone because of how much of a beast he is. All you had to do was quick snap in the Wildcat and just dump it over everyone's head.
He actually threw more touchdowns this week than Justin Fields did this week.
This is
Burn.
true. A.J. Brown lighting it up on the receiving end, and again, Julio, where you at, bro? Where are you?
Hammy-town.
It's sad, man. It's sad. Getting old. Colts side, Carson Wentz, only 150 yards, but I think you said that was the weather game.
Oh,
right?
that was, yeah. It was,
he did have a
slip-slop.
bomb. I did watch some of that. He had a bomb to Michael Pittman Jr. Jonathan Taylor, though, he was the one having fun that game. due to the weather. You're going to obviously run the ball a lot.
Carson rushed one in, too, looking like his 2017 self.
He also had that one interception that me and Lupo watched earlier where, like, he looked like he tossed it to the defender on purpose.
I was like, here you go.
I was like, what was that? We were watching that earlier, and because I just couldn't believe that happened like that. He literally just looked like he's like, here, take this.
Yeah,
Don't hit me.
We don't want to win.
I don't want to get hurt again. I don't want to sprain both my ankles again.
Something came up earlier, and it was like when life imitates art, and it's Bobby Boucher throwing the ball to the dude to tackle him. Hilarious. Same exact pass.
Bobby Boucher.
Bobby Boucher.
All right.
It's me, your daddy. Roberto.
Titans, we destroying the Kansas City Chiefs with a depleted secondary. Mahomes looks like garbage, but let's get into the picks. Lupo, who are you going to take in this one?
I am going to take the Tennessee Titans, and I'm going to give you my reasoning. Their play action is so good that Tannehill can run a bootleg and score because everybody's going to go and attack Derrick Henry. See, that's when play action works. Hey, Nick Sirianni, did you hear me? So, yeah, I'm going to pick the Tennessee Titans over the Indianapolis Colts. Carson Wentz will probably sprain both of his ankles again. And, yeah, that'll be it. Julio, please break 100 yards, man. You're like my favorite receiver in the league still. So, I hate seeing you, not produce. All right, I'm done.
I'm going to go Titans, too. Before we got on the air, we were talking about the game of the week and kind of declared it as the Green Bay and the Arizona game. Me, personally, this is my game of the week.
Really?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Oh, God!
You finished puberty?
Apparently my nuts didn't drop for a second.
Anyway, in this AFC South matchup.
It is cold today, I must point out.
I think it's going to be a good divisional matchup. The Colts have been playing better than people expected. Carson's starting to get back to form a little bit. Having Jonathan Taylor helps him immensely because you don't want Carson throwing the ball 50 times, and throwing it 20, 25 times has been working out well for him. The Titans already have their game plan figured out. They know what they're going to do. They're going to run until they can't run anymore, and then they're going to bomb into A.J. Brown. So I'm going to take the Titans, but game of the week for me.
I feel like it's going to be a running back shootout.
Woohoo.
Obviously, Derrick Henry is a monster compared to Jonathan Taylor. So I'm going to take the Titans just for the fact that Derrick Henry is a beast, and I don't see the Colts slowing him down at all. A.J. Brown, like Matt said, just pretty much a two-man team right now. It's Derrick Henry, and then play action to A.J. Brown. That's it.
Works perfectly.
Yep,
Yeah,
and it works. And just completely taking down, the Chiefs and the Bills in the last 2 weeks?
Yeah.
That's got huge momentum.
Two powerhouse teams.
Yep, exactly. So, yeah, it was a little bit tougher at first looking at it, but it's now that we kind of all talked about it, it's just pretty clear that the Titans are just a better team now. They kind of just figured out what they need to do, and they're winning because of it. So, all three of us are taking the Titans. My Bengals, baby. Won against the Ravens. I was the only one to take them. I'm hyping them up. The Triple J's, Jamar Chase. I'll let Matt talk about him because he did call him the offensive rookie of the year, right? Rookie of the year?
Yeah, a little bit deeper into the weeks, but yeah.
Okay, Joe Brothers. 3 touchdowns for Joe Burrow and 1 touchdown for Joe Mixon, rushing. Team looks great. 5-2. Jets, on the other hand, Zach Wilson is out. Not that really matters. They
Might
stink.
be a good thing.
Yeah. Well, Mike White came in and he didn't do anything, and apparently the Jets traded for Joe Flacco from the Eagles. So I don't think that's going to matter. But obviously, I'm going to just make it nice and easy. I'm taking the Bengals. Bengals are my team this year. Jets, I gave you some hope in the beginning of this season, and now I will just crap on you every chance I get, so Bengals.
Are you guys ready for the return?
Return of the Jedi?
The Rock.
Kind of. Return of upset of the week. Where I take
You're not taking the Jets.
No.
I was gonna say.
I'm gonna
like,
take.
I'm
the
like, out of all the
Bengals.
games, this one.
Yeah,
No,
I would have understood. Well, you did take the Lions. Never mind. I was gonna say the Lions. I could see.
Yeah,
them.
all right. We'll count that.
That's
yeah.
not really an upset, though. You're beating a crappy Philadelphia team.
Yeah.
I can understand if they beat the Cardinals. It's like, oh, damn.
Fair enough.
But-
Go ahead. Continue.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bengals. We were already talking about the Joe Bros. Jamar Chase, we talked about him a couple weeks ago, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Talked about him before the season started. Just a name to watch out for, and he's unstoppable right now. He's the best option they have, and when you're pulling the praise of like Randy Moss, he was saying he's in all of them. That's a pretty good sign. So, Bengals in dominating fashion.
The Bengals and the Ravens did have a great game last week. Bengals really laid into Baltimore. They were literally scoring at will almost. So, in the name of Boomer Esiason, I am going with Cincinnati Bengals.
How many times is he going to come up today?
Boomer's awesome, man. You're just mad because you don't have a cool first name.
He made up his first name.
Yeah, his first name's actually Norman, but
Yeah,
everybody calls him
he
Boomer.
made it up.
Actually, his mom gave him that name. I googled it.
The last 1 o'clock game would be the Rams versus the Texans. Texans had 5 points in their game.
Trash.
Safety.
And between the rushing and receiving players, no one had more than 30 yards.
Oof.
Not
That's
bad.
terrible.
Not bad.
Yeah. They were also playing the Cardinals, but still, that's terrible.
That's
was it
beyond
Tyrod Taylor?
Yeah, he's returning to practice this week. No update on if he's going to play yet, but returning to practice, that's a good sign.
Yes.
And that's as of Tuesday.
So one quick shout out before we get into the picks. Deshaun Jackson finally did not have a catch. He was looked
Cooper
at one.
Kupp
He did
took
have
them all, man.
he did have one target, but he did not get his catch. Finally broke that streak. But since Cooper Kupp was brought up, Lupo, take it away. Who you taking?
Now, anybody that watched that game watched Cooper Kupp literally just impose his will on the Detroit Lions. He had a phenomenal game. If you watch the highlights, it's mainly him. Jalen Ramsey had that late interception, which pretty much sealed the win for him. Aaron Donald's getting like quadruple teamed, so he's not really producing, but there's literally 3 other pass rushers or 2 other pass rushers that aren't accounted for that should be getting to the quarterback, which they are not, and I don't understand why. But I do not see the Texans, even with Tyrod Taylor, whether he plays or not, beating the Los Angeles Rams. So I'm taking LA.
I'm also going to go LA. The LA Cooper Cupps are going to win this game. In all seriousness, Matthew Stafford being his quarterback has been just phenomenal for him. Jared Goff didn't know what to do with Cooper Kupp, and I didn't know that until now. And also, Robert Woods still getting some work. He's got 6 catches, 70 yards. But it's hard to have a whole bunch of work when Cooper Kupp has 10 receptions, 156 yards, 2 touchdowns. I wonder if he's in conversation for the MVP yet.
Who, Cooper Kupp?
Yeah.
I doubt they'll give it to a wide receiver.
Yeah, they hate anyone who's not a quarterback.
Or a running back.
Yeah, but might be a conversation.
And I'm still mad Derrick Henry didn't get it last year.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you broke 2,000 yards. That's MVP right there.
Mm-hmm.
At least co-MVP.
Right.
But we're not going to get into that.
Yeah, so I'm going Rams.
I'm taking the Rams also,
Copycat.
just for the simple
different.
fact that the
Be
Texans are terrible.
What if they have an upset win? You never know.
I don't care.
They
I'll take
scored a
the-
safety last week. That's something big.
Congrats. They got a safety. They only had 5 points for the rest of the game. I'm taking the Rams. Boom, that's it.
Bye.
To start the 4 o'clock games, we have the Patriots versus the Chargers. The Chargers were on a bye. The Patriots beat up on a poopy Jets team. Mac Jones, though, looked good, but again, you're playing against the Jets. Damian Harris also 2 touchdowns with 106 yards. That rushing game by him looks better and better each week. So let's get into the picks. Matt, who are you taking in this one?
I'm going to go Chargers. I like them coming off the bye. The 54 points, like you said, is kind of inflated against a poopy Jets team. I don't think you're going to see that same type of production. And it seems like Belichick was coaching that game angry or something. Whatever happened, I don't care. I'm glad the Jets got beat up on. But I think the Chargers are a better team on paper and on the field. just watch for Justin Herbert and that Mike Williams connection. Also, Keenan Allen getting involved and all that. Austin Eckler, the week off probably helped him too. He's been kind of battling injuries, yeah. So the week off probably helped. I'm going Chargers.
I should pick the Chargers.
Oh, God.
I should.
Is this the part where you say you don't pick against Belichick?
And this is exactly the part where I say I don't pick against Bill Belichick. So I am going to put my faith in Billy and go with the Patriots. Please don't let me down because I need these wins. We're all tied right now.
The teams, when you actually put them on paper, matching up player versus player in each section, the Chargers have a better team. However, the better coach goes to the Patriots.
6 rings.
Yeah. Also,
Actually,
that was
8 rings.
That was with Tom Brady, though. Now you have Mac Jones, who has actually come up better and better as we're going through this. But with all that, I'm taking the Chargers, though. I like the rest, especially with Austin Eckler being kind of like a little Christian McCaffrey, both rushing and receiving, healing up that hamstring. He'll probably have a great game that day. So, yeah, let's just go with the better team on paper. I'm taking the Chargers.
Done.
Done with the Jaguars and the Seahawks up next. Jaguars were on a bye. Seahawks, Russell Wilson is still out. Who's their running back that was at, Matt?
Chris Carson.
Chris Carson
as well.
Also out. So with that being said, Matt, why don't you start us off?
I feel like I don't want to pick the Seahawks, but I feel like it's the right pick still. They looked bad against the Saints. They got nothing going. Granted, the Saints defense is a whole lot better than the Jaguars defense. Just kind of thinking about the weapons on each side of the ball. Give me the Seahawks in a well-coached game by Pete Carroll.
I will also take the Seahawks with a side of fries and a chocolate milkshake. I don't see that. Right. Now I could actually go for a chocolate milkshake. Oh, we're talking football. Sorry. I'm going to pick the Seahawks because I don't see them getting past. I mean, I don't see the Jaguars beating them, even with Geno Smith at quarterback, which makes it a very questionable pick. But I'm still going to have to go with the Seahawks. Keller?
This is probably going to sound stupid.
Oh, God.
But I'm actually just... I'm going to probably regret it, but I got to be different at least once today. So I'm going to actually go with the Jaguars. I feel they got the win. They got the win. Then they went on a bye. And it seems like Alvin Kamara tore apart the Seahawks, actually more receiving than rushing. And if they can kind of mix that in with Robinson, I feel like they have a chance to beat the Seahawks. I just don't... Like, Geno Smith, he can kind of play good here and there. And I know
Not really.
Well, they had a weather game in Seattle, which is not too surprising, and the 12th man didn't help because clearly they lost. And I went with that last week, and I feel like they're not going to lose 2 in a row at home, but I'm just going to take the Jags just to be different.
I picked the Saints,
and I do like the Jags. I feel like getting that win maybe helped them a little bit get some confidence. They were 20-something game losing streak or something like that.
And do what? Go on a freaking Super Bowl run?
Yeah, they're playing in the States again. That's the issue. They got to play.
That's true.
London.
Whatever. I don't care.
London, yeah.
I don't care.
Pip pip chitty-o.
I'm gonna take the Jags though, regardless. If Russell was there, I would absolutely 100% take the Seahawks. But Geno, he didn't
cheeky bugger.
He didn't really get anyone going. DK had one bomb and then never saw the ball again, basically until later. Tyler Lockett, again, your other weapon, saw the ball twice for 12 yards. And I know the weather wasn't great, but that doesn't help my cause. So I'll just go with the Jags.
Can we go get milkshakes?
No. Next, we have Washington versus the Broncos. The Broncos started off 3-0, and now they are 3-4.
Fraud.
Yeah, big time. Washington got beat up by Green Bay, but believe it or not, Tyler Heineke led their team in rushing with 95 yards.
That's stupid.
Was a scrambling fiend that day. And Scary Terry also getting 7 receptions for 122 yards and a touchdown. But let's see what happens this week. So, Lupo, take it away.
I realized, and it took me a few weeks to realize this, the Denver Broncos have Ronald Darby as a corner. That irritates me so much that I will probably never pick the Broncos for the rest of the season because I absolutely can't stand Ronald Darby. You couldn't cover a cup of water. Actually, I have no freaking comparison here. I'm picking the freaking Washington Redskins because now I'm just getting angry about freaking Ronald Darby.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Michael Vick-led Washington football team. I mean, Tyler Heineke led Washington football team.
Yes.
Pun intended.
I absolutely hate the Broncos right now because how do you lose against the destroyed Browns like that? It was a perfect opportunity to get yourself a W, and you just proved that
You blew it.
Yeah,
Crapped
you
the
blew
bed.
it. Yeah, pretty much your wins came from, I think it was the Panthers, who are proving to be nothing, the Jets, who are nothing, and a third team that they beat that's probably terrible as well. So I'm going to go with the receiving and rushing attack of the Washington football team.
I'm going with Washington, too. Broncos started off good, but they played 3 crappy teams. And then you get destroyed by a banged-up Browns team. So I have no confidence in you at all. So let's just take Washington.
Da-da-dun, da-da-dun.
Up next, the Buccaneers versus the Saints. Bucks strong as always. Saints, barely squeeze out a win against the Seahawks. Jameis Winston, probably the most attempts he's had all year throwing, but 35. And not a crazy... It was actually really boring, I'm not going to lie. He fumbled the ball, picked it up, and threw it to Alvin Kamara, who had a monster game receiving with 128 yards. And has that lone touchdown for them. Yeah. Screw the Saints. I'm taking the Bucs right off the bat. It's Tom Brady. Let's just leave it at that.
First player to hit 600 passing touchdowns.
Or Lupo. Why don't you go next?
All right. Like I said, 600 passing touchdowns. He's the only one to ever do it, mainly because he's played for 22 years, and he's probably going to play for another, 10 years. So... Yeah. He's probably going to hit the 700-yard mark. I wouldn't be surprised. But, like I say every week, it's going to be hard for me to pick against Tom Brady. So, yeah, I'm going with the Bucs.
Okay.
Matt?
Yeah, I'm going to go Bucs, too. Jameis Winston revenge game doesn't matter to me. I think the Bucs are going to win this one with ease. Couple unrelated things to talk about. Kind of related. The 600th touchdown ball that the fan got. I don't know if you guys saw that. Mike Evans.
I saw it,
yeah.
Mike Evans
to
the fan and didn't know that it was his 600th touchdown.
Gave it to the fan. Bucs trainer asked for it back. Fan, in return, is going to be getting 2 signed jerseys and a helmet from Tom Brady, a signed Mike Evans jersey plus his game cleats, a $1,000 credit to the Bucs team store, 2 season tickets for the remainder of this season plus the next season, and Tom Brady worked out a deal with a cryptocurrency I guess dealer or whatever you want to call him, to get the man 1 Bitcoin, which for those not familiar with Bitcoin is currently worth $69,000 right now.
Wow.
And Battlefield, which you guys can check out on the channel coming soon.
Battlefield?
Yeah.
Did you say Battlefield?
Right? Yeah, I got you.
Let him continue.
Battlefield had a trailer come out today, and one of the billboards has Tom Brady as the 2042 MVP.
Oh, wow.
So
2042.
We'll
with
put
white
that
hair. He looks like
awesome.
Santa Claus.
We'll put that official trailer in the description if you want to check that out from EA. Also, keep tuned to the channel. We're going to be having some Battlefield videos coming out, some live streams potentially. Let us know what you want to see in the comments.
Yeah, buddy.
And also in the comments, let us know what you would have asked for in return for Tom Brady's 600th touchdown pass. Or the ball back.
A night with Giselle.
Tony Romo got some heat for saying that. He
He actually said it?
He said it.
I knew I liked Romo. Me and him would be friends if we met.
He's getting some heat for saying that.
Tony, look me up, man. Prime time.
That's right.
Prime time.
That is right. It is the Cowboys versus the Vikings, who both teams had a bye last week.
So they're both going to suck.
Prime time.
Just a quick note. I'm not 100% sure. I did not get a chance to look it up at this time, but I believe Dak Prescott was questionable, believe it or not.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can look that up. But Matt, why don't you start off with your pick?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Cowboys. They looked good going into the bye. I don't expect anything to change coming out of the bye. Actually, now that you're talking about Prescott, too, I remember seeing him kind of limping off the field. So I'll let you get that information while you're getting that pulled up here. But I'm going to take them against the Vikings. Both teams look pretty good. The Cowboys just have been playing on another level.
Yep.
CeeDee Lamb's been great. The rushing duo of Zeke and Pallard's been great. And, yeah, it's not a fair matchup right now. Unless the Vikings come out swinging and Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen have a game.
I'm also going to go with the Dallas Cowboys because they are just on fire. Like you said, the double-headed monster with the running backs, with Zeke and Pollard. I'm really, honestly, really hoping that Trayvon Diggs gets another pick, man. I really hope he gets another pick. That will make it a total of 8, and he will need 6 more by the end of the season to tie the record of 14, set in 1950-something by a man who goes by the name of Dick Night Train Lane.
I'm taking the Cowboys also. Dak Prescott, I have it up now. He has a calf injury. He's with the game being on Monday, that gives him a little bit extra time to get it together. He's obviously going to be light in practice, but he should definitely be good sorry, not Monday, but it's going to be late Sunday. So I'm still going to take the Cowboys. The Vikings, Thielen, Jefferson, and Dalvin Cook, they're just been hit or miss. I know Cook's been in and out with injuries, but they're just been hit and miss. If they were consistent, that team would be a lot more dangerous, but unfortunately they're not. So with that being said, I am also taking the Dallas Cowboys. Monday Night Football will be the Giants versus the Chiefs, November 1st.
November?
Yeah, the first day of November will be Monday Night Football. The Giants beat up on a Carolina Panthers, and the Chiefs got just manhandled by the Tennessee Titans. Patrick Mahomes got cracked. He did not look good when he was down, I'll tell you that. But he is expected to play, believe it or not. He's listed as questionable, but the note said that he is listed to play, so keep that in mind. At the beginning of this season, I would never, ever, ever tell you that the Giants may have a chance to beat the Chiefs, but the Chiefs look terrible. Mahomes, I think Matt brought it up last week with the turnovers. He just does not look like his ordinary self. So with that said, Matt, why don't you start us off and finish it up for Monday night?
Matt, where was this Chiefs team when I took the Eagles? Like, what was... I could have had my upset of the week. Could have been up 67 wins instead of 66 in a weird three-way tie. And, I thought I've been the issue this year with picking the Chiefs and not picking it right. It's because they're so inconsistent.
True.
And that's what infuriates me, because I'm going to pick them right now. And I don't know what's going to happen in this game, because Mahomes is questionable. The team is questionable. You don't know what you're going to get, what kind of Chiefs lineup is going to show up. You're going to get your MVP caliber Mahomes. You're going to get your unstoppable offense, or you're going to get the 3-point Chiefs against a beat-up Tennessee secondary.
Yeah.
So it's really the Chiefs' game to win or lose here. I don't think it's going to be the Giants outplaying them at all. I think if the Giants win, it's going to be because the Chiefs decided they didn't want to play football. Yeah, they didn't want to play football. And
it's been a trend this year.
Yeah.
Teams shooting themselves in the foot.
Both feet if you're Carson Wentz. Hi-yo!
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah, so I'm going to go Chiefs, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Kansas City, but you guys really got to get it together, because you're supposed to be Super Bowl contenders, and you don't look like contenders right now. Patrick Mahomes, like you guys said, took a nasty hit, but he's also been throwing an interception every game, which is rare. And I don't know what's going on with Pat. Maybe the $500 million is getting to you, kid. But my pick, I'm going to sing to you in a song. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I wanna be a part of it. New York, New York. Shout out to Frank Sinatra. So I'm picking the New York Giants. Now I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head for a month.
That's okay.
No, it's not.
You know,
Damn it,
I
Frank.
said it before this segment started that at the beginning of the season I would never say the Giants had a chance, and I believe they have a chance. I am also going with my brother. I'm going with my brother just for the fact that he had a beautiful song for the for this segment, and it went together perfectly.
How am I alone with the Chiefs?
You know
Chiefs
what?
lost.
You're going first from now on because you just ride off our coattails.
That is right. Now, sometimes I do take you guys like I said. This is why we have NFL Pick'ems. You guys are the arguments, and then I'm like the fan. I'm like, you convince me to pick somebody. That's why I'm the host. Like, sit off to the side.
Pick Detroit.
I mean, you wouldn't be the only one in the room doing it.
No. Yeah, I'm actually gonna go with the New York Giants
And Frank Sinatra.
just because, at the same time, I don't see the Chiefs losing 2 games like that.
You said that a lot, and they keep losing games.
Yeah, it is true.
Stop saying that.
Would you honestly say that the Chiefs are the most inconsistent team this year?
This year, yeah.
Second, I'm gonna give it to the Saints.
Saints.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say the Saints as well, but yeah, I don't understand what is going on with Patrick Mahomes. The Chiefs look terrible. I do see the Chiefs pulling out a win as well, but I don't like them right now, so I'm gonna go with the Giants. And the song kind of swayed me in that direction, so I'm gonna go with my man Lupo and take the Giants as well.
Yeah, buddy.
And that is it. So this week, Matt will do the outro. Oh, by the way, the bye teams are just the Raiders and the Ravens. So, Matt, sign us out.
Thank you for listening. This has been Chapter 11 Productions. Stay tuned for more that hasn't dropped yet. For Back for Blood videos coming out soon.
Back for Blood.
We have one, right?
We do have
Okay.
our first video for just the playthrough for Back for Blood is out. So go over there and give that a look.
Link
And,
also into the description.
Yes.
Battlefield's coming soon. That trailer, look for it in the description. And that's all I got to say. I think we're wrapped up. I think we're done.
That's it.
All right.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
See you later. Enjoy
Peace.
football.
Okay, bye!